Good morning, everybody. Mark, aka the Ministry Dude, coming to you from Livingston, Tennessee. I appreciate you watching. Today's the 31st day of January. Wow, we've been through 31 days in this month already. Well, not quite 31. Yeah, today is the 31st day. Depending, I guess it depends on where you live. So let's get right into it, shall we? Day 31. Here's something from Genesis 37:28. Joseph becomes a slave. Excuse me. This is so purely, fully, and absolutely, without a question, full of evil. What these men are doing to their father. Imagine they are telling him that his son has been killed. The sheer pain and heartache Jacob will go through, and for such a length of time, yet they care not. Nor in the days, weeks, months, and years ahead will they tell him the truth. They have acted with evil in what they have done to Joseph, and they have doubled their evil in what they have done to Jacob. Some people will just, tell you stuff just to get you going, like depending on your personality, some people have that person where they get mad. Excuse me. I used to I get mad and I just start cussing. And, oh man, I'll tell you, it was terrible. But I've learned to control it. And there's a lot of people like that too. I brought up when I was brought up around my family like that. Everything consisted of drinking, and then when they'd get drinking and they'd start cussing, and it was just one of them things. We're not perfect. I mean, you know, I love Jesus, but I cuss a little bit. I'm sure we all do. Nobody's perfect. We're all sinners. That's why the church was designed for sinners like us. Here's something from Proverbs 19:22. When the giving of love is denied, dishonesty is an opposite of kindness. It will sacrifice anything and anyone in order to shield the truth from being known. All in the interest of protecting the one who practices it. Doesn't that sound familiar? You got this one person or two people, or maybe a half a dozen in your life or so, that are dishonest. They'll tell a lie, and then if somebody catches them in a lie, or if you catch them in a lie, they'll make up another lie just to cover up that lie, and it just snowballs. And if they would have just told the truth and got it over with and said, hey, I made a mistake or whatever, instead of just trying to cover it up, they'll blame somebody else for their problems. I mean, most people just got to look in the mirror, and that's the source of their problems, staring right back at them. I know it was mine. Genesis 40:23. Joseph interprets the dream of the butler and baker. The author does not find it strange that the butler forgot Joseph when good fortune came his way. Most of us are very self centered and view life's major events solely through the prism of self interest. This was surely a major event of life for the butler. The author does see a much larger hand at work in what happened, however, and it is God's. Joseph needed a little more time before his gifts were revealed. Sometimes in life, well, we'll get somebody's got something and we'll be jealous of it. We're all, guilty of that. I've been guilty of it too. Wow, I wish I had a car like that. Boy, how'd they get that car? Through hard work and determination. That's how you get things. It should also be said that the man's name isn't always Butler. There are many activities which you and I have been involved during the last 3 days. Have we forgotten someone who needs us? Think about these last 3 days. Who have you overlooked to whom kindness and love would have been very meaningful? You know, you never know what somebody's going through in life. You never know, what they're struggling with. Sometimes just a kind word and like that. I remember right around the beginning of the year, I seen these two people in a store, and they looked a little bit on the sad side, and I said, "Hey, good morning, Happy New Year. How's everything going?" And they like their face just lit up like I was their savior or something. So sometimes just a little bit of kindness goes a long ways. Here's something. Mark 7. The crowds around Jesus increase. Matthew 12:18-20. The suffering servant of Isaiah, a bruised reed and a smoldering wick, refers to the gentleness of Jesus. Over and over again, he witnessed his gracious in dealing with society's outcast. Israel's Pharisees would extinguish their flame. Jesus' love would heal them. Jesus, Mark 3:16-17. Jesus formally chooses the 12. He gave new names to 3 of his disciples. Simon, who had the personality of impulse, always lurching into the unexpected and unpredictable, would become Peter, which means the solid rock. Interesting, Peter's new name, it was so different from his natural personality. However, if we observe Peter in his full-grown years as a minister of Christ, we will see that the solid, reliable, immovable rock was just what he became. Here's something. For Satan to succeed, we must consent. That means if we give him permission to come in and wreak havoc in our lives, he will. So don't let him in. That's from Adrian P. Rogers. Well, thanks everybody for watching. Have a blessed day, and we'll see you again tomorrow. I'll leave a link to Through the Bible. You can pick up a copy underneath the video. Thank you, and have a blessed day. We'll see you again tomorrow.